DXC Technology's Cloud Right approach provides the framework that you need to overcome inertia and make progress on your cloud transformation goals. An early focus on strategic objectives and operating model design helps you to maximize business value by understanding the roadmap that you're going to follow to achieve business value realization. Foundational components around understanding and aligning to your business's strategic rationale, getting your culture and operating model right, and making the right partnerships with providers like DXC Technology that can help take you there are key at the beginning of your program. You need to look at major transformations in your environment. Observability, orchestration and automation, and integrated planning across the entire IT value chain are critical components of the foundation of how your new operating model will get you into the cloud with the minimum disruption and the maximum in value. You need to execute then on cloud selection, application migration, and managing the data issues that come out and the data opportunities that come out of that environment. The Cloud Right execution framework starts with understanding that there is inertia in your current environment, inhibitors that are holding you back from being successful with cloud transformation, and we provide enablers to help you overcome those inhibitors. Business strategy and an alignment on outcomes is the single most important foundational component of a successful cloud program. It's the difference between being one of the enterprises whose cloud program is stalled and who's constantly being questioned by their business about what they're getting for their IT dollar, and being a taker of market share in your environment, moving quickly forward with digitization initiatives. While technology investments are usually not the most pressing short-term business issue, once they're understood and there's a consensus on why you are making these investments, and that consensus is expressed in business outcomes rather than in IT outcomes, you can get alignment around the mission and the goals, and you can deliver pragmatic wins for your business rather than high-level futuristic statements. We can help you get there through DXC Technology's enablers, including cloud value mapping, the establishment of a cloud business office, the adoption of FinOps discipline, which allows you to look at the end-to-end value proposition and using value not just to justify a program, but to control what you do in what order to realize the value and delight your business customers. And finally, our envisioning workshops are a great place to start. You need to do these things. You can work with any of your providers to do this, but the Cloud Right framework brings all of this together and lets you have a firm and clear foundation for your further execution. As you move forward with your technology transformation, governance and risk become major inhibitors that need to be addressed. There are real security concerns pertaining to moving your processing into the cloud, but there are also imaginary regulatory and security concerns of what the real threat landscape looks like and what the real opportunity for improving your security profile is in the cloud. Initiatives that need to improve governance and risk tend to cut across existing organizational silos, and they need a different approach, a more integrated approach. You need to bring the risk, security, and control personnel into your program as first-order participants rather than as judges sitting waiting to pass judgment at the end of a program. Engagement and approval from security staff is frequently identified as holding back technology enablement, but can be overcome with the right upfront engagement with risk personnel and an understanding that you're building a more reliable, more secure environment in the cloud. Our Cloud Business Office includes security, and our business controls mapping allows us to take capabilities that you already have in-house and understand how they will be realized in the public cloud on all the hyperscale providers. By the same token, it allows you to apply the lessons of security in the hyperscale public cloud back to your on-premises environment. And we can help augment and develop your cloud security expertise so that you can be confident in improving the profile and satisfying your regulators that you're doing this in a way that works, that you're obeying their dictates, and that you are a good fiduciary for your shareholders and for the market as a whole. DXC Technology frequently sees unclear application requirements, unclear assessments of suitability of applications for the cloud, and significant fear, uncertainty, and doubt around legacy, ERP, and other technologies that are vended platforms that are hard to modernize. We see multiple competing developer tool chains and development skills that are more optimized for a past which was more about building custom technology than assembling and orchestrating well-understood, cloud-provided software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service technologies. Integration and orchestration, building your skills, and a comprehensive approach to your application compatibility with the cloud allows you to quickly get past problems that are holding you back in your development tool chain. We can bring that strategy together with specific application development skills, an application compatibility analysis, and good practices around how your DevSecOps tool chain and your cloud landing zones should work to take a lot of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt out and give you a clear technology strategy that allows you to drive clear business outcomes from technology. Across a long transformation, it can be hard to sustain motivation and commitment in the enterprise. Command and control frameworks often are not suited for operating at hyperscale. Communication breakdown can make decision-making across a broad enterprise very difficult, and lack of hard data underpinning some of this decision can mean that it's more about supposition than the execution on clear data to bring you to a successful outcome in the cloud. The framework that we've developed at CloudWright allows you to accelerate clear stakeholder and communications alignment. It allows you to centralize and automate program execution and communications. We replace total transparency and rapid information flow to replace spreadsheets that no one knows which represent the latest state of your current program. We replace spreadsheets with automated central program communication and allows you to drive transformation confidently. Look at your KPIs, keep your budget on track, and make sure that your talent and other capacity plans are in good order for migration at scale. At the end of your cloud transformation, you will be left with a hybrid operating environment, with some things living in the public cloud, some things living on-premise, and some things living in the private clouds that can be moving between the two environments. The shared accountability model that is critical for operating in the cloud is typically not well understood by the enterprise. Operational design is based on history and legacy, the way you've always been working, rather than being defined and suited for the new public cloud way of working. And there are broad assumptions that are made that service providers will simply handle the problems, which your in-house IT environment has always handled, whereas in fact, you need to document and clarify what that shared accountability model is and make sure that automation, orchestration, and integration is designed on an end-to-end basis. The CloudWright framework helps you figure out how you're going to operate and how those operations are going to be simpler, nimbler, more streamlined, and more effective for your business in the cloud. You need to plan for hybrid operations, not only because it's going to take a long time to move to the public cloud environment, but because in some cases, you'll find that it's more cost-effective or more fit to your company's risk profile to run some operations in hybrid forever. Finally, managed services run can only be undertaken by companies that know how to handle the world's most complex and mission-critical workloads. The CloudWright framework helps you understand all this, and DXC stands with you to help you realize your ambitions in the public cloud and across all of your hybrid and on-premise execution venues. How it's going to work in the future is different from how it works today, and you must plan for hybrid operations and a managed services run that allows you to remain in control while using vendors who are best of breed from the hyperscalers and your service providers like DXC Technology to keep the lights on and power your business forward. If you'd like to find out more, please contact your DXC Technology representative, who who can show you how this can be made real in your environment.